Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time car show, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Today, coming to you live from Studio A in Texas, USA. Thank you for joining us. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. And right now we are going to go direct and live to Lincoln Stahl, General Manager at Bayway Chevy and a bunch of other dealerships as well in the Bayway brand. Down in Pearland, Lincoln, it's good to see you. Good to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Gentlemen, my pleasure. How are y'all doing?
Well, we're doing just great, and we're really excited about coming down there to the Chevy store in Pearland for Wheelchairs for Warriors. You know, we talked a few weeks ago. He says, Don, would you help me promote the Wheelchairs for Warriors? I said, gladly. Then I thought, why don't we do a broadcast from down there?
Yeah.
Asked him. He says, yeah, come on. And so we're going to be there. It's a week from tomorrow, the 13th, down at the Bayway Chevy store in Pearland. And we're really excited about this. So how did this all come about, Lincoln?
It's I went to people reach out to me a lot, as a car dealership. As you guys know, a lot of us are pretty charitable, and they reach out to us and wanted us to help get behind an event that was going on in Pearland. So I showed up over at that event to just shake hands, and it was a big crawfish boil. So shake hands and eat some crawfish.
How'd your hands smell after the crawfish?
Yeah, exactly. I got a great wife that sits there and peels them for me.
Oh, there you go.
Anyhow, so I get over there, and it's an event for Wheelchairs for Warriors, and I'm a veteran myself. So I immediately, seek out the veterans that there, and I'm, talking to them and finding out, where they were, what they did. Sometimes those guys, just a friendly voice that knows what they've been through is a good thing. So talking to him, introducing my son to him. My son's 7, introducing my son to him. We're all talking. I left this deal, and everybody at the place was so great as far as wanting to help these guys. And then after hearing their story and what they go through, and a little bit of a refresher, we all know, but sometimes you get a refresher from the guy that's going through the hardship, so to speak. And I literally left. It was a Saturday night. On Sunday, I literally sat there thinking, I got to do something to help. So I reached out to Crystal, who's the executive director for Wheelchairs for War. I said, hey, let's grab some lunch on Tuesday. We met for lunch on Tuesday. I said, hey, what I want to do is I want to have a car show. And I think we can, get some cool cars together. And that's what we do. We're car guys. So that's how I can raise money, right? Let me get some cool cars together, and let's see if we can get the community to come together and get as much money together as we can to give directly to you, so you can help some of these heroes that have helped us.
Well, I will tell you that, we have been involved in a lot of charitable events through car shows and things of the sort. And I will tell you that I have been so impressed with this particular event, because every day I get notification through Facebook that there's somebody else that's come on board to help sponsor this, to back it. Now, and we're not even talking about necessarily the guys that are going to show cars there. We're talking about the community all over the United States. I mean, it's truly amazing. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it's been humbling, and it makes you. It kind of takes me back a little bit, and it's very humbling to see how many people want to help and get behind it. And the crazy part of it is, I don't feel like we gave ourselves enough time, but I wanted to get something going and get help to them quick, because I knew how many people were waiting, on wheelchairs. So June was kind of a funky month for us. The beginning of the month's hard in the car business, and then so I couldn't do it then. And then, the week after the event is Father's Day, and it would have been kind of cool to have a car show on Father's Day, but it takes some people out of the game also. So we kind of hurried along, and it just kept picking up steam as we went. And local businesses and local people, just people dropping off a $20 check and saying, hey, I want to help. And so it's like I said, it's a really humbling thing to me, and it really makes me feel good when you hear a lot of the stories of, bad things going on in the world, to see so many good people still kind of coming together and wanting to help for a good cause, it makes you feel pretty dang good.
So let's talk about the actual car show aspect of it. Now, this is an event that actually starts at 2 o'clock and runs until 6. We're going on next Sunday, a week from tomorrow on the 13th, and we're going to actually be broadcasting from there from 2 until 4, 5. I know. Well, Mars is over there. He's
I know. I was
counting on
trying to
his
get
fingers.
my fingers out here.
Math is hard for Don.
Well,
we're going to do stay till
that's
5.
what I-
You got to stay till 5 because we got an Air Force flyover at 4:30 that you can.
Well,
cool.
We'll definitely be there. So as far as the car show aspect of it, it's $30 per car, correct?
Yes, sir.
$30 per car, and I assume that you've got somebody running the gate and registering the cars and all of that sort of stuff.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I think that we may have a little leg up on everybody in the fact that we got to be there at least by noon to start setting up for our broadcast. So I'm planning on bringing the Corvette down there.
Nice.
Did you?
I haven't got the car fixed.
What is there a problem? I mean,
me just getting out and doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could hire somebody to do that.
I know.
So Conrad,
completely by chance, a few weeks ago, I bought a 1986 T-type Buick Regal.
Oh, cool.
And I'm kind of scrambling to get ready. I was driving on the road and saw the thing sitting on the side of the road with a for sale sign. I've been looking for a G-body car, and I went back and bought that car, and it's got 60,000 miles on it. So I'm scrambling to get just a couple little things done to make it presentable to get it out there. But I'm looking forward to getting that one up.
Yeah. I keep thinking, okay, so are you going to take the entire lot of all of the cars that you have there at the Chevy store and move them off? Because I have a feeling that this event is going to be huge, and there's going to be guys lined up to get in there to show their cars. Don't you?
It's funny. I got people reaching. In fact, I got Pearland Fire Department texting me on my phone right now. They're going to bring a fire truck down for the kids to take pictures with and stuff. And I got guys, which is what I wanted. I got guys and ladies reaching out to me that don't necessarily have show cars per se, but they got cool cars. And they're wondering, can we bring our cars?
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a pretty cool thing. We'll have everything from car clubs to actual classic show cars there, to just the general public with, cool cars, bringing them down to help participate in the event. And you're right. I got a little anxiety about a week in. I woke up with a little anxiety, and I thought, this is going, it's going out of control. And I went from, we've had car shows in the past there before where we've cleared like one of the lots off, like behind the used car building. But I've essentially come to the the decision that we're going to clear every car off the lot and make room for people to be.
Because I truly believe that this thing has taken on a new set of running legs, and it's going to be crazy down there. And we're truly looking forward to it. Now, for spectators, it really doesn't cost anything to come in and look at the cars. Yeah,
not a thing.
But donations are welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what it is. We hope, like I said, whatever you can afford, you know what I mean? And it's just one of those things. There'll be silent auction items there. We got t-shirts. Everybody that enters a vehicle will get we got some nice t-shirts. And I went out of my way to get a t-shirt made that people can actually wear after the event. It actually looks nice. So everybody that enters a car will get a nice t-shirt, but we'll have t-shirts for sale, and there'll be food trucks down there. The food trucks have all committed to giving a portion of everything they get back to the event.
Nice.
We'll have silent auction items. There's gonna be some live auction, some pretty cool live auction items that I'm pretty proud of that we got together. So it's gonna be a cool event. And I think the big thing is, like I said, just a community coming together. So there's some pretty good people in that community. It'd be nice for for everybody to get down there, just shake hands and spend 6 hours and get away from reality for a little bit.
Well, that's it.
Look at
That's
some
right
cool
there.
cars and have fun.
Get away from the reality and actually have some time outdoors enjoying yourself.
Absolutely.
without the rain.
And
And I look, hey, and the 10-day forecast is available, and it says it's supposed to be sunny. So let's knock on wood.
And there's some great cars stuffed away in garages in Pearland. Hopefully they'll all jump in and take them out for a drive.
These are for the wheelchairs for the veterans. Now, are there going to be any chairs there to show the folks what their value is for this?
So there'll definitely be at least one that I know of that I've met personally He actually just received his chair the other day.
That's cool.
And he'll be at the event with us. He's a local guy. He actually lives in Deer Park, right behind our Dodge store. He'll be there, and he's a great kid. So I met him at the other event. So he'll be there, and they'll have a couple other folks there that have been beneficiaries of the chairs. The chairs are actually, they have to be custom made for these guys and gals.
Right.
So there's not necessarily an inventory together. They pretty much have a list of people who need them, and as they raise the money, then they have the money to go get these things custom made. Well, there'll be some heroes there for us to talk to and see what we've done.
So please tell everybody where the Chevy store is there in Pearland.
Sure, it's on Broadway Street. It's 5719 Broadway Street in Pearland, real close to 35, where 35 and Broadway meet. It's pretty close to the train tracks there.
Yeah.
Like I said, there'll be signage showing people where to park. I understand how it is. I'm a car guy too, so I know guys aren't going to want to sit there with their cars running all day long or starting and stopping them. So the biggest challenge. I've thought a lot about how getting people in off that road and getting them parked and all that other good stuff. So we're not going to hold people up at the gate. You bring your car down, we'll get you right in, and we'll come around and get you registered and get your dash plaque and everything for you. We'll have 4 judges there. There is plaques that'll be passed out and handed out for the folks that are take this seriously and passionately. We'll have some plaques there to hand out also. So
very cool. Well, we're going to actually come down there and meet with Blake here at around lunchtime or so, and get a. I'm
going to try my hardest to be. I'm at the Dodge store, and I'm going to try my hardest to be over there to meet you.
Okay, real good. Thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you a week from tomorrow down at the Chevy store at Bayway in Pearland. See you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. You bet. That's Lincoln Stahl. He's the GM down there.
Richard Tomlin had posted on our Facebook page. He says that he is going to send his hand-controlled race car to the show.
Sweet.
And, they do the hands-on driving academy down there at MSR that's veteran-based. So he said he'd send his hand-controlled car up there.
Very nice. Very nice.
That was pretty cool.
Do we have Brandon?
I'm working on it. I got to switch systems here.
Oh, okay.
System
that's
switching.
right. That's exactly right. Because those fine folks at Stellantis don't do Zoom.
They got to do Google Meet.
They do, Google Meet, and so we got to make a little
just a second here
slight adjustment. But it's going to be a great event. I'm going to take the Corvette. I was going to try, and I'll talk to him later about this. I was going to try to get those, those spears on the side of my car. They're kind of like door edge guards.
Right.
So in the parking lot, I'm going to try to get those removed. And I've got an emblem that I think that I'm going to take one of the emblems off of the Corvette because it's broken. And I'm going to put the one that I bought as a replacement on the front nose of it, but that's it. I want to do, a couple of little things, but I'm afraid to get the hairdryer out on that spear because they're all glued on.
Right.
I'm afraid to get the hairdryer out there and pull the paint off.
It won't pull the paint off. Get you some fishing line, strong fishing line as well, that you can get underneath and pull like you're cutting cheese.
Like a dental floss.
A dental floss.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to do that, and my luck, what it'll be, don't you? It'll be a mess when I get done.
It won't pull the paint off.
Okay. We ready, Mike?
Well, I got him. Well, I had him. I hit one more button.
He's there. He's gone.
I hit the extra button.
He's
I
back.
can't get him quite onto the full screen with this system.
That's okay. We can take what you got.
All right. So now we're going to go to Stellantis headquarters in Ypsilanti, Michigan. No, not Ypsilanti. It's going to be out there in Auburn Hills. And Brandon, is it Girmus or Jermis?
It's Girmus.
It's Girmus. And Brandon is the expert on the Jeep 4xe. Now, wait just a minute. A 4xe, what in the world? We saw one, and it looked like it had some sort of an electrical plug kind of decal on the side of it. And I'm thinking, oh, this must be the new hybrid electric. Am I correct?
You're right. It is, this is our first electrified, first plug-in hybrid Jeep Wrangler. And I think it really kind of breaks everyone's perceptions of what a Wrangler is and what a Wrangler can be. Typically when you think of when people think of a Jeep Wrangler, I think they think of a vehicle that's guzzles a lot of gas and isn't very eco-friendly. But now here we are with the Wrangler 4xe plug-in hybrid, 21 miles of all electric range.
And off-road, 21 miles is quite a bit.
Yeah, the Rubicon Trail is 22 miles. So you can almost do the entire Rubicon Trail just on one charge.
So, Brandon, tell me about the power supply to this thing. I mean, what kind of gasoline engine does it have in it, and how it doesn't have one?
It does have a gasoline engine, so it's a hybrid powertrain layout. So we've got our 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That's the gas engine component. And then to back that up, we've got an electric motor that's powered by a 400 volt, 17 kilowatt hour battery.
So does the internal combustion engine propel the vehicle, or does it drive a generator that charges the battery and then the electric motor propels the vehicle? How does that work?
Well, there are 3 modes that you can operate the Wrangler 4xe in. We've got our E-Select modes. So the 3 modes are hybrid, E-Save, and then electric. So in electric mode, the vehicle is purely going to be powered by that electric motor and by the energy that's stored in that 17 kilowatt hour battery. And then in E-Save, it's the gasoline engine that's actually going to be propelling the vehicle to conserve the battery. So let's say you want to go out and run a trail purely on electric mode just to get that added torque that you're going to get from the electric motor. So you can put the vehicle into E-Save and then go out to the trail purely using the internal combustion gas engine. And then once you get to the trail, then you can switch over to electric. And then the 3rd mode is hybrid. And there the vehicle is going to basically optimize between use of the internal combustion engine as well as the electric motor, just to give the driver the best possible fuel economy as well as the best performance.
Does it use both the gasoline engine and the electric motor at the same time if called for?
It can, but most times it's going to be using one or the other.
Gotcha. Okay. So if you really, are in a tight squeeze and you're going up, some 45-degree angle trying to get up some mountain, there's a chance that it's going to use both.
Depending on what mode you're in, right? I mean, if you're, like I said, if you're in electric mode, it's purely going to be using that electric motor.
Yeah.
And that's going to be where it's going to probably deliver the best torque. Controllable torque is in the electric mode versus the gas engine mode, which the torque is going to be variable on your,
correct, just based on the RPM, right, and all that. But yeah, with electric mode, 470 pound-feet of torque. And obviously that torque is all right off idle. Just it's instantaneous, which is fantastic. Right. Typically when you're in certain off-road situations with an internal combustion engine, you've got to kind of rev the engine up a little just to kind of get in that power band to get that maximum torque for climbing up a really steep grade. But with electric, you don't really have to do that. You can just kind of tap the accelerator a little bit and you just shoot right up.
So does the 2-liter turbo, is that the same one that's available in the other Jeep products and just modified to go to the hybrid mode that's in the 4E?
We've used it on Wrangler before. So when we first launched the 2-liter in Wrangler, we had the 2-liter e-torque. And so that actually has, it's called a motor generator unit that's located on the front accessory drive.
Kind of gives you a little boost.
So it'll give a little bit of electric boost, and that helps overcome the typical turbo lag that you get in a turbocharged engine. Currently in Wrangler, with just an internal combustion engine, it's just a 2-liter ESS without that e-torque system. But the 2-liter powertrain that's in the Wrangler 4xe, it does have that added e-torque boost.
Oh, wow.
So really, I mean, when you think about it, with 4xe, not only do you have, that one big 2-liter turbocharged engine, but then you've also got 2 electric motors. You've got the motor generator unit on the actual engine itself, and then you've got the big electric motor behind the engine, between the engine and the transmission.
Pretty high tech.
It is. It's our most technically advanced Wrangler ever. It's pretty amazing, but what I love most about the Wrangler 4xe is, even though you've got the benefits of the electric powertrain, you've got the 21 miles of all electric range, very eco-friendly, it's still a very capable Wrangler. So our engineering team did a ton of testing, a ton of development work to make sure that every single one of those electrical connections, and there are quite a few of them, are completely sealed. So Wrangler 4xe can still ford through 30 inches of water. You can still go tackle rock crawling on the Rubicon Trail. I mean, it's still very much a traditional Wrangler in terms of its capability.
And I assume that it is an automatic transmission. How many gears does it have?
It is our 8-speed automatic transmission.
Okay.
One of the things I was wondering about, you talked about switching between the gasoline engine and the electric motor, that you could do either one. How is that? Literally just flipping a switch? So if I'm in the middle of going up a hill and decide, well, I need a little more juice, I can flip a switch? Or
there's going to be a 1 to 2 second delay. It's not completely instantaneous, but it is very quick and it's very easy. And there are those 3 buttons for the e-select modes. They're located just to the left of the steering wheel, so they're very accessible, and it is pretty easy to switch between them. So for example, when I was out in Moab back in March for the Easter Jeep Safari, we were out running fins and things and Hell's Revenge, and there were a few times I was kind of switching back and forth between the different modes. When you're out in Moab, you've kind of got these stretches of sandy washes or kind of sandy 2-track between your actual rock climbing. So in those in between sandy wash sections, I would actually switch my Wrangler 4xe that I was driving over to the e-save mode and use the electric or the internal combustion engine for that. And then once I got to the obstacles and to some of the rock crawling, the steep slick rock climbs, then I would switch it back into electric mode to really get the benefit of all that torque.
So you're managing your battery supply, if you will.
Brandon, is the vehicle being built already? Is it available at the dealerships?
It's being built right now. It's available at dealerships. We just completed our 2nd full month of sales. And I'm happy to report that for the month of May, Wrangler 4xe was the best-selling plug-in hybrid vehicle in America.
That doesn't surprise me. So what is the base price on this?
We've got 3 trim levels for Wrangler 4xe. We've got Wrangler 4xe Sahara, which starts at $49,805. Then we've got 4xe Rubicon, which starts at $53,505. And then rounding out the lineup, we have 4xe High Altitude, which starts at $55,380.
Very nice. Listen, thanks so much for joining us today. It's great to learn about the Jeep 4xe, and we appreciate all of the details and hope to talk with you again soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right, cool. We'd love to hear from you. Just shoot us an email. Our address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for a few headlines. I'd like to do our recalls of the week. The engine control module is calibrated incorrectly on the Chevrolet Silverado 6500 HD. So they're recalling that, and pretty much every Porsche Panamera from the 2021 model year, that's being recalled, as well as the Taycan, and the front lower trailing arms were not forged correctly.
Oops. Forged in fire.
Apparently. A fuel pump module can fail and cause a stall in the Infiniti QX80 and the Armada for 2021. Ford Transit Connect. Unintentional rollaway due to a detached shift cable in the 2013 through 2021 model. And thank you, Ford, for driver seatbelt assembly malfunction, Ford Edge for 2021. Go to safercar.gov to get all the details, and then you can call your dealer and get yourself an appointment to get it in. Also, amid record low stockpiles, Ford Motors May sales rose 4.1%, while Honda Hyundai and Kia set monthly records as the market continued to roar back on demand for light trucks and some cars. Toyota motor volume jumped 47%. Wow. Automakers that reported monthly results on Wednesday chalked up increases in the 40, 50, 60, and 70% range from pandemic-strapped totals a year earlier. So
I heard GM's going to increase production of cars and trucks as the chip shortage is starting to wane.
Well, that's what they say. They've just gotten some. They went to Walmart and bought some because,
Some Lay's.
And Pringles.
Yeah, some Pringles.
I wonder if they got wavy or no.
They're too greasy.
Yeah.
You need salt, sea salt.
Salt and vinegar.
There you go.
Yeah,
And I'm going to get into this next story. Maybe I'll do this at the top of the hour. It's a comparison between the Mustang Mach-E
Oh, boy.
and the Mustang car.
Oh, boy.
And boy, I got hot when I read this story.
really.
So I got
Like hot, like
I got
or
pulled.
No, like, tss.
I got pulled over Wednesday.
No surprise. Doing what? 100?
No, by a game warden. He gave me a ticket for driving in the rain without a life vest. No, it's a long way for a bad job.
Yeah, really. I was going to say, man. I was
Usually
expecting
they're better.
more.
We did a
Usually
lot of-
they're
Yeah,
better.
we were looking for a lot more than that, but thank you for sharing. We appreciate it. Time now for a quick break. We'll be right back after this break, right here on the In Wheel Time Car Show. Stay with us.
Houstonian-owned Bayway.
Oh, let me do that again.
Okay.
Houstonian-owned Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the most sought-after models in the Houston area today. When you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, you now have a place to go. General Manager Lincoln Stahl guarantees Bayway will beat any competitor's written price on the new vehicle you choose or pay you $1,000. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is easy to get to on Highway 225 near Beltway 8 in Pasadena. Whether it's online or in person, you're welcome like one of the family. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. Inside the Loop, visit Tailpipes and Tacos on the Southwest Freeway at Shepherd, weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.